My name's David. I'm a senior studying business marketing here at Lords. Captain of the Fortnite team. Been playing video games. The stereotypical answer since I was a kid. But really got more into like PC and competitive on a daily basis. Sophomore, junior year of high school, when I finally got a PS4. Playing on PS for I don't remember how many years since I got my hands on it, basically up until I got a PS4. So I really missed the mark on a lot of influential titles during the PS3 area, and then got into PC gaming through Heroes of the Storm, and that's how I ended up here.
Alright.
I don't know how detailed you needed.
That's fine. I'm interviewing you because you are playing VR, and I know you're playing it for multitude of reasons. One, because it's fun, and last I heard you were playing it for physical reasons, because sometimes working out is strenuous, and you can only do VR at home. But would you say that using VR has helped you both physically and mentally over quarantine and just your use of it?
Yeah, so I mean, honestly, I wish I got into VR at the start of quarantine. I mean, it's something that I've always been interested in, and never really looked into it just because it's a high price point. But I talked to a friend of mine, got his older VR, started playing it, fell in love with. I've always had an interest in rhythm games. When I freshman year of college, I bought my PS2 with me, so I would play Guitar Hero. So I've always had that playing those games, and when Beat Saber first came out, it's something that caught my attention. I was really into it for a while, watching a few YouTubers and streamers play it. And once I was able to get my hands on friends, I started playing Beat Saber, modded it, got custom songs, started to really look into the benefits of playing it. And now I'm here. I was able to save enough money to get a Quest 2 and looking at different community aspects, and it's something that helps me a lot because it gets me moving. It brings video games to an aspect of my life that I didn't think I could bring video games into, form of working out, staying healthy, burning calories, just being more active than normal. And obviously with any type of workout, it's gonna be something that's gonna benefit your mental health. It's helped me a lot. There's a workout program that I'm looking into that's helped a lot of people. And for a lot of people, especially through quarantine.
Oh, this is going to be right after the interview. I'd like to take this time and kind of go a little bit more in depth of what we're kind of talking about in the interview. Me and David talking a bit is clearly stated, and we were talking about how it could be helpful mentally, physically, and how they also had a small culture around it. First, we'll talk about what it can be helpful for the physical and mental bits of it. There was a blog back in 2019, just before 2020 happened, detailing how virtual therapy can be used to help with phobias, where you can just slowly give yourself the exposure to it. Since dealing with the real thing might have repercussions, might traumatize. Dealing with the anxieties that someone is dealing with via virtual reality makes it a little more easier because you can be around that thing and not have to deal with it in immense quantities, and it causing a massive panic attack and surging through their entire nervous system. A physical way it can help, than just mental from phobias, is it can help with rehabilitation with Parkinson's and or just physical therapy in general. As there was a research conducted where it was testing out if virtual therapy would be helpful for people with Parkinson's per se, over time it was shown to be proven true, but the more they played in a consecutive week, they were feeling less and less of Parkinson's. Though it's still there in their system, it's not completely gone. It's more of a dealing with it and or suppressing it. Not a permanent solution, but it is a solution towards, it is a step in the right direction. And it causing such relief that these patients that are dealing with Parkinson's are able to go through exercise therapy, do something that they find can be fun with active and passive treatments with it, and just kind of helps the motor feedback in the system recuperate with the Parkinson's and just kind of suppress it like it was never really there. Trailing back to mental health, is with the effect of a lockdown, all 2020, half of 2021. So far, it's taken on a toll on everyone's mental health, and VR is kind of a step away to get away that mental health lockdown we've been in, and has essentially given us a way to contact people, not have the physical touch per se, but like to feel like you're in a room with people, going out to a bar, going out to karaoke, or just having as much fun as you can in a virtual setting. You feel like you're there for VR virtual reality. And most adults around ages 18 to 24 do kind of suffer this problem. It was a MedTech News that kind of went on the talk about this, how it locked down with our mental health and just how damaging it has been for everyone, and how VR has been slightly helping what we have been dealing with. For the future of the exposure therapy of virtual reality with phobias, that was done by it was a blog. It was just detailing some a theory of how it could help, and it was an interesting theory that I thought I would just mention. And I want to kind of get into the culture, as the culture of VR is what would really binds this all together, and it is by a YouTube creator. I list as director. Go by the Ikenna, capital IKENNA. He did a video called "The Hidden World of Sign Language in VR," posted early 2020, February 7th. It is a video, kind of a 30-minute video, detailing about how people in VR who are mute or who just refuse to speak or have trouble hearing can still play VR and still communicate. And that's part of the culture that you wouldn't like. You of course you have ASL, you have all the different types of sign language, but this is like point into just in a game. A community in the game has set something up to help everyone else who is having trouble with this. And VR's been out for it came out about 2017. It took about 3 years for it to develop. And other than that, is probably expanded by the time this has come out. And on entirety, it has given the idea of what else can you create to bind a culture together, a group of people together, as this is a massive thing. There's an entire server that teaches it. There's no scholarship for it. It's just something you kind of self-teach yourself. as not many people are going to use VR sign language out in the world. Because in VR, you can, though it's getting there, you can only use certain fingers, you can only move certain fingers to indicate. And some people not always have the benefit of having arm trackers or finger trackers to move their extremities around. And a little bit you hear in David, there's multiple people, even in the esports community that I'm in, that just use VR as a way to connect. There is someone we have a friend of ours in Las Vegas who we don't get to see. He's not on campus. He is all the way out there. And VR is a way for him to connect with us in terms of seeing us again.